Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And welcome to my channel. This is a pick-a-card reading that you were meant to stumble across right now. All you have to do to receive this reading is simply hold in mind your question or your intention with doing this reading and select a deck that you would like me to work with. Keep in mind this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone. There could be parts of it that resonate, parts of it that don't. So always trust your own intuition and your own inner guidance above all else when doing any tarot reading online. So we're gonna get started. You can choose a deck. Feel free to ask a couple different questions and choose different decks depending on your topic or kind of the mood that you're in. I put some crystals on top of the decks to make it easier as well. So we have number 1 over here, which is the Wild Unknown Tarot. Number 2 is the Doreen Virtue Romance Angels deck, if you have any love questions. My yellow citrine crystal. Number 3 is the Fairy deck by Radley Valentine, and we have the Adventurine crystal. Number 4 is the True Love Reading Cards by Belinda Grace. And we have the Snowflake Obsidian. Number 5 is the Wildwood Tarot. And we have the Rose Quartz. And number 6 is the Universal Angel Oracle cards. And we have the Blue Jasper. The timestamps will be below in the comments and in the description. And if you're ready to receive this reading, all you have to do is stay tuned. So for those of you guys who choose number 1, the Amethyst Crystal and the Wild Unknown Tarot, let's see what the message is for you. Just gonna shuffle and pull some cards, see what comes out. Okay, so we've got 4 cards here. We're going to start with the 7 of Cups. So this message is obviously a very positive, very bright message. You see all of these cups that are upright here, and we're seeing this message of time here because we're seeing a moon cycle, a new beginning, and then we see the sun here. But there's this upside down cup here that's in the middle, which is talking about some type of loss that you've experienced, something that kind of set you back for a while. So this could be how you're feeling right now. I'm kind of taking this card as like your vibration for right now, how you're feeling right now. Your focus is really on the search for truth. You want to have strong experiences right now. You want to have life-altering events happen. Maybe you were feeling a little bit powerless or a little bit inadequate or a little confused about your life or your spiritual experience or what was happening here when this cup turned upside down, when this sudden event happened, when this trauma or this loss or this breakup or whatever it was occurred. But now you're at this point where you want to take back control of your life. It feels to me like this is someone who was going through some type of grieving process or trying to let something go, and you finally done that, and now you're on the other side. So your desire is to move out of an emotional time of your life and moving out of a reactive time in your life, to cutting off anything that's going to cause you to stumble or cause you to get sidetracked. It's kind of like you want to start over and have a new beginning. You've gone through this period of introspection and solitude, and now you're looking for advantages. You're looking for advantages in life. You're looking for ways to move forward. You're starting to kind of see life with the glass half full. And you're starting to understand the cycles and the seasons of your life. I feel like you're just kind of rolling with the punches now. Whatever this was that happened, it really opened you up to the cycle of life and the processes that we all go through. And so you're at this point where you're becoming really thankful for everything that you do have, everything you've been given, and you're really trying to steer clear of negative thoughts and influences. You're no longer allowing distractions in your life. You want to put things together and come to like a final resolution. You want to move forward, basically. That's, you're feeling more centered, more stable. You're starting to feel a strong energy of wanting to connect with others and make new friends and kind of get back out there. So the Lover's card is right next to this. So this could be pointing to what was the cause of this cup that was turned upside down. But I also kind of see it as a message of somebody who is wanting to go back out there and start dating again. Somebody who wants to open their heart up for love. Somebody who is really searching for like a soulmate or like the one. Somebody who's looking for a life partner. I feel that energy, and it feels like what you're doing now is you're kind of getting everything together and getting ready for this. You're starting to think more about wanting to settle down in your life. You're at a point where you're like, okay, I need to like get my career together. I need to get my living situation under control. I need to get my budget good. And like, I'm kind of nesting right now. And this is a good time to think about dating or a soulmate or bringing something new into my life. You might also be thinking about family. If you're already married, this could be talking about getting ready for the birth of a child or another child. And if it's not a child, it could be like the birth of some type of business venture with your partner, or the birth of some type of big investment, or we see the nesting kind of message here. So this could be purchasing a new home or something like that. But basically, I just feel this nesting vibe. Like you want to create a safe situation. You want to find that stability. You want to get your roots deeper in the ground because you're getting ready to go to attract something new in your life. You're getting ready to go to the next level. And so I think for a lot of people who are here, this is a message for those of you guys who are single, telling you that your energy is ready to attract something new in love, especially as we go into a new year, and you're going to be getting there. However, this is the 7 of Pentacles reversed. And this is talking about a big worry or a big fear you have right now. Some of you guys are a little bit worried about money and about your financial situation. You're thinking, how am I ever going to be able to afford to move forward and find this person? Or how am I going to be able to support this new lifestyle that I want? Or how am I going to be able to get to where I need to go right now? There's some big changes that you want to make, and it just feels like the finances are lacking. But I think there's kind of a hidden message here that you don't expect your financial situation to be like what it was in the past. You were going through something really rough, and you didn't have as much energy to focus on this area of your life. You were more in a survival mode there for a while when you were going through this, which is totally normal, but you've come out of it now. Time and circumstances healed you, and you're coming back stronger, and you're going to be able to focus more on raising funds or saving money or bringing in those finances or investing in a new cause. And so it's not going to be as difficult for you as you move forward to your goals. First you take action, then the money comes. First you take action, then the support comes. So the final message you should take away from this reading is trust your heart when it comes to what you're being drawn to right now, because you're going to feel all of a sudden like an impulsive flash of insight and downloads of things to do and ideas and dreams and goals, and it might be hard to organize it. So definitely get a journal and write down all these thoughts. Like, you're going to be guided. For some of you guys, it's like you're being guided to be more social, to work on that area of your life, to go out more, to take up invitations, to connect with others in dating, networking. So you're going to be guided to kind of be more social. There might be certain preparations that you need to handle to prepare for that, like a new haircut and like a nice outfit, and like if it's a business thing, like any tools you need. If it's more just like a love thing, you're going to want to primp up and kind of get ready for this energy and be ready to get out there and meet new people. I also feel like there's a message here telling you that working on finances and career as you head into the new year could be really important for you. So basically make arrangements accordingly. This is a really exciting energy of expansion. It's out with the old and with the new, and it's a sign of like the progress that you've made. So it's a beautiful message. I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next time. So for those of you guys who choose number 2, let's get your message. We're pulling a love message from the love deck. Anything can happen. Let's see. Remember, this is a general message. I feel like I'm going to be speaking to a very specific group of people here. Yeah, okay, so here's the message I'm getting. I feel like for a lot of you, there's a specific person you have on your mind. And it's someone that you've been kind of dating or flirting with or maybe even hooking up with. And there's been this new beginning. It's been going on for a little bit. It's just like a blissful time. At this energy, this connection is kind of just like an escape from reality. And it's a beautiful escape. It's an exciting escape. There's a lot of attraction between you guys. You guys are very attracted to each other. But there's a lot of confusion. I see you going home kind of late at night and all these energies and all these thoughts just rushing around in your head, feeling confused because the question is, what are we? You want to ask this person, what are we? And there could even be some rumors going around about them seeing somebody else or their ex, or like there's just some things about this person that are unknown to you. And you're at this point where you've invested so much in them emotionally, or maybe even physically, mentally, just you put a lot of your heart into this connection, and you want love. There's a love here that's blossoming between you guys, but there's still this question of like, are we monogamous, or are we going to be official, or like, are we going to take the next step? Kind of like, what is this? It's like we do everything but talk about that. And you guys are getting really tight. I feel like even friends and people know about you and this person, and maybe there's been some pictures that have been taken together. It just feels like it's just this awkward elephant in the room. And so this message is saying, pay attention to the red flags. If this person is playing as if they are your significant other, but they're not willing to talk about it, or they're blowing that off, there's a part of them that still wants to have freedom, So this could be, this person wants to be open to hang out with other people. There could be, it could just also be that this person isn't interested in that type of relationship right now. I mean, there's many types of relationships out there. This person might be looking into something that's more open, or might not want to get that serious with you. So this is just a message to tell you, like, you have a right, you deserve love. Like, you have a right to know where you stand with someone that you're really engaging intimately with, whether that's just emotional intimacy or physical or whatever. This is saying you have a right to know where you stand with that person. And this is going to help you release fear to basically speak your truth, if you're being called to do so, and see where you stand with this person. And if it's one of those things where you just want to be open to whatever and you don't really care about the commitment, then it'll be a good situation for you. But if it's one of those things where this person just doesn't want to commit and you want a commitment, or you want to be in a relationship and they don't, this might be someone you need to cut off in order to attract what you do want. So when you keep accepting what you don't want, it doesn't leave space for what you do want. So some of you guys might have to cut this person off to make room. Some of you guys might just want to go with the flow, but at least you'll know where you stand. But the final message here says, keep an open mind. Your soulmate could be different from your usual type and expectation. So you might expect that this person is it, but while you're busy focused on this person, there could be this other person right under your nose, or another person whose energy wants to come in. I think this is about clearing blockages, helping you through a situation that's been tough lately. So trust your heart if this is you. I have one more message for some of you guys, okay? I have one more message. This part could resonate with some people, might not resonate with you. Once again, this is a very specific message for, I feel like, a couple specific people who are watching. Similar message to what I just said. This is somebody that you've met. And I feel like there's maybe been a little bit of flirting, or they've caught your eye, and this has been going on for months and months and months, like your strong connection to this person, your strong energy of like, why have they crossed my path, and like there must be a reason. And maybe you're at this point where you're like confused about it. You might think like, wow, I really feel a soulmate energy here, but why is nothing happening with me and this person? Will something happen? And there's definitely like a mutual attraction between you guys. And I feel like you've kind of put yourself out there to connect with them, or like you've tried to put yourself in their line of sight, but they're just not coming for you. So this says free yourself, because sometimes in these situations where we're just so hung up on a person and nothing's happening, and it's been years or it's been months and they're not coming for us, oftentimes what happens is if this person is meant to come for you, if you cut the cord and you decide, you know what, I am lovable, I'm gonna just be open and like let go of my expectations here, I'm gonna date and go out with other people, or I'm just, when this person comes to mind, I'm not gonna hang on to it so tightly, I'm gonna like really work on trying to push my energy somewhere else and just let this go and not let this worry me anymore. Usually when that happens and you cut the cord in that way, through your thoughts, your behavior, your intentions, this person will come. Sometimes it's our own resistance that can hold things back, and so by releasing the resistance and being like, you know what, I don't care anymore, I'm gonna stop pining over this person, I'm gonna stop freaking out about it, and I'm just gonna do me and just have fun, date or whatever, and just let this go, not think about this person all the time, maybe let go of this obsession. Like, it's funny because that person usually will show up right then and there, because you've made a space for them, you've made energetic space for them to show up. For some of you guys though, this person might not come at all, and that's why it's saying, you know what, free yourself. You need to take back control of your life. Pay attention to the red flags. If they're not calling you, if they're not texting you, if they're not hitting on you, if they're not messaging you, if they're not trying to talk to you, then they just might not have an intention to. They might be meant for another person. So this says keep an open mind, Once again, you might think that this person is meant to be, but there's someone else coming in. So open your energy up for that and realize you deserve love. You don't have to run, you don't have to fight, you don't have to chase it. It's gonna come to you when it's meant to be. So I hope that this message resonated with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. And we're gonna move on to the next person. All right, so for those of you guys who choose number 3, we've got the fairy deck here, the aventurine crystal. Anything can happen. Let's see what message wants to come out for you. Okay, so I have a strong feeling that this message has a lot to do with your finances and career. Okay, so this 3 of Autumn card, this says, follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do, being compensated for your creative talents. I feel like if you got this card, the crossroads that I see for you is you're caught between, should I really go after this passion of mine? Like you've had a passion like music or dancing or drawing or something like that, something very artistic. I mean, it could be, we've got these artistic gift cards here. It could be anything, visual arts, liberal arts, writing books or something like that, or textile arts, clothing company, becoming a producer, working in the entertainment industry, like using the media, photography, like it could be culinary arts, performing arts, acting, like we'd be here all day if we listed all the different types of arts. But basically it's something more artistic, it's something more creative, or it might be more of an entrepreneur path with like starting a business or something, and you're thinking about that. It's been on your mind, maybe you've even taken the first couple steps, but you're just wondering, can I really make money doing this? Because I think in our society there's a lot of misconceptions that artists are like gonna be starving artists, or you've known those stories about people that went to school for art and then just they really wanted to travel the world and be in galleries, and then they ended up just maybe being a teacher or something, which there's nothing wrong with a teacher. It's just like people who had these big dreams and then they, for some reason didn't happen or settled for less, or you got this vision that, if you want to be an actor, you're going to end up waiting tables for years and nothing's ever going to happen, and you're going to be broke and homeless or something if you pursue this path. And so there's this worry about it. You're at this point where you're trying to have patience and just figure out what is this path and what does it want to reveal to you. And you know this is going to be a really big investment of time and a really big investment of money and maybe even some sacrifices. So you've been thinking about this, and you're worried, you're worried about it. It's almost like damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing. Like if you go for it, there's a part of you that's going to be really happy, but you're afraid of the struggle. If you don't go for it, there's like the FOMO, the fear of missing out. And so I think what you need to realize in this situation and what these cards are trying to say is that, this is your life and you influence your life and you make things happen in your life through your thoughts, through your feelings, through your actions, through your intentions, through your perceptions. So whatever you decide to do here, you're going to make it awesome. This is you. This is no one else. And honestly, being an artist during this time, like some of the wealthiest people that I know are artists, people who are designing things for like Nike or who are modeling for top fashion brands, or people who are doing graphic design or doing animation. I lived in Los Angeles for a while. I met a lot of people like this, people who are normal just like you or me. It's just they decided to use their time and their money for that passion of theirs, and they just didn't give up. So this is telling you you can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. It might be a long path. Rome wasn't built in a day. We say that on the channel all the time. We talk about the metaphor of the orange tree. You guys might have heard this many times if you watch my channel a lot, but when you plant the seed of an orange tree, it takes around 7 years for that tree to grow and to blossom and to bear fruit. I think a lot of us plant seeds and a year or two later, we're upset and we want to give up because all we have is this tiny little thing, and we're like, how is that going to sustain us? But if you would just give it 5 more years, 3 more years, 7 more years, you'd have so much abundance. So, and I learned that from starting my fashion job. It took me 10 years of working for free before I started getting good paychecks for being a fashion stylist. So, sometimes this is the long path. My question for you is, what are you going to do anyways? You have this job you're working, or this education path that you're on, or whatever. And so you're going to do that. Might as well nights, weekends, free time, or just 5, 10 minutes, half an hour a day, work towards your goal. Because you've got time. All you have is today. All you have is the moment. So you can wake up every day and ask yourself, like, how can I continue to work towards this dream? So basically, this is a message that's telling you your future's bright. You are going to be compensated for your creativity, but you need to trust your intuition, and you need to start now. You need to figure out what tools, what materials, what supplies you need. You need to figure out a budget, like how do I get those supplies? Maybe take on an extra job, or like cut back, get another roommate, or save something, or take some money out from an investment. Whatever you got to do, move things around, figure it out, and get what you need to get to start moving forward with this business or this artistic path. If there's certain education you don't have, yes, you can go back to school. Sometimes that's a daunting path for a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people get stuck. Like, I want to do this path, but the school's too expensive, or I don't want to go back to school, or I don't know how I'm going to juggle all this with school. Well, there's free school online. You can Google whatever information you need. There's courses on places like Skillshare or Udemy that can teach you almost anything. So you can self-educate, or you can just simply take classes or workshops. Seek out the education you need. Seek out the tools that you need, and be willing to be in it for the long game of building a legacy versus that overnight success. Be willing to let go of perfectionism and start at the bottom. This is a message that just really wants to tell you you can do it. Like, you have what it takes. Like, you're ready now. You can start with just the first couple things. No more waiting for the money or the support or the connections or the education. Start now where you're at with the resources and tools that are available to you. And I think this is also telling you that some of you guys have a romantic partner in your life, like someone you're married to or someone you're dating or you're living with. And this partner, like, they're there for you. They want to help. You might be able to bounce these ideas off them. Like they're going to be giving you some good advice. Maybe this is a message to like open up to your partner and tell them how you feel and what you're going through. This could be a message for those of you guys who are single, that you're not going to be on this path alone forever. You're never alone. The universe always sends someone. Maybe there's someone coming into your life who's going to partner with you or help you with this. Kind of reminds me of the, the model that finds the photographer boyfriend, or the person who does YouTube whose husband writes the music for them. That's me. Or the actor who, marries a director or something. Like, kind of reminds me that you might be finding the right people or like the right life partner to help you on this path. But obviously don't wait for this person to get started. I think this is just a promise that usually when you follow the path of your dreams, you're going to meet friends and people and maybe get in a relationship with a person who really understands you, because you're kind of on a similar path and you really get each other. So it's not just the money and living the dream that's gonna be good for you here with following this creative path. It's the lifestyle, it's the people. Do it for the lifestyle, do it for the people. Don't do it for the money. Like, do it for yourself and the money will come. Because money flows where your energy and passion goes. Whatever you're the most excited about, the money's gonna come. So yeah, this is telling you don't worry about the money, just go for it. I can't say enough about this one, you guys. I feel like if you chose this one, you're really ready to get started on this new thing, and it's a must. So make it happen, okay? I believe in you. You can definitely do it. Thank you for coming to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. Okay, so for those of you guys who choose 4, this is another love message, okay? Anything can come out. Remember, this might not resonate with everyone. I'm just going to read the messages as they come. Okay, so the first thing I'm getting is that there are so many of you guys who are just so over like toxic relationships, or people that make promises they can't keep, or people who are kind of wishy-washy or hot and cold with you. This is the distorted masculine energy. Now, this doesn't mean, I'm sure there's people here who are interested in males or interested in females or interested in people who don't even subscribe to a gender. Like, so this is not talking about a man. This is just talking about a person who has a really forceful energy of needing to kind of be controlling, of having a hard time just relaxing and being present. This is the kind of person that is really obsessed with like materialism or anger, toxic anger. It's just a card about someone with toxic behaviors that are really harsh. And so maybe you're here receiving this message because you've dealt with this in the past. Like, maybe you had a parent that was like this, or you had an ex or a couple exes that were like this. And so I just kind of feel like somehow this happened to you and it wasn't even your fault, and you ended up in like a abusive or toxic or frustrating karmic kind of energy with somebody, but you've cut that person out. And I feel like that was a while ago. I don't know why this is being brought up again. It's kind of like this message is saying, look how far you've come, because we see reparenting yourself. This is the path that you were on. After that, it kind of screwed up your head a little bit. You needed time to basically reparent yourself, basically get some confidence back, basically kind of reorient yourself to your life. Sometimes there's some people I call like they're just kind of black holes. They just kind of suck you in, and as an empath, sometimes we can be really impressionable. We just want to help others, and we just get sucked into somebody's, web. And so you kind of got sucked in someone's web for a while, and I see that you got out of that. You cut those cords, and you've just been reparenting yourself. You've been doing things that you love. You've been growing your abundance in life. This isn't just talking about money. It's just growing like an abundance of positive experiences, an abundance of health, an abundance of friendship. And I'm just seeing messages about getting back on top after that, and connecting more with your life purpose. So I think this is a message for a lot of people who are single. This is a message to tell you not to worry. because that old energy is gone. That old energy didn't even have a lot to do with you. Some people are like, oh no, I keep attracting this. Is there something wrong with me? And the answer to that is sometimes, but not always. Sometimes this just happens. Sometimes these people just come on your path and you don't have to take responsibility for the horrible things people do and how toxic people can be sometimes. So basically you got caught in a web, and it's almost like you're ready to let that go. You're ready to not let that define you anymore. And you're going to be meeting someone you have an authentic connection with. Like, you're going to be meeting someone that just really wants to romance you, wants to take you away. This feels like the one to me. This is the divine masculine energy. This is the opposite of the distorted masculine. This person is basically a dream. They're very insightful. They're very wise. They're very strong. They provide a sense of security. They provide a sense of safety. They have an energy of chill to them, just kind of a happy-go-lucky type personality. When they are frustrated or angry, they resolve conflicts in a healthy way. They're not perfect, but this person's just a lot more mature, a lot more grounded, a lot more chill, and a lot more fun. And I think this is something you never thought a relationship could be. This person also brings out a really good side of yourself, and the effect that you have on this person just brightens their energy. It's like together you guys have this amazing harmony. It's not like this person completes you, but they complement your energy really well. So I feel like for some of you guys, you're going to be meeting this person soon, you know. Maybe this reminds me of like New Year's glasses here. This could be after the new year. This could be first couple months of the new year. Maybe this is saying 2020. I've been seeing a lot of messages about people connecting with someone in 2020. So I think this is just a message of hope that like the past isn't going to repeat itself. Like you're on a whole other path now. So much has happened. There's so much abundance in your life. You're getting more connected with your purpose and like what life means for you. You're on your own journey, and your journey is leading you in a really good place. The past doesn't always indicate what the future is going to be, you know? So this is really just live every day like if it's a brand new day. Get ready for this beautiful new energy kind of message, all right? I hope that resonates with you. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. That was only meant for some specific people. But I love this message, and thank you so much for coming to my channel. I'll see you next time. Peace out. All right, so for those of you guys who choose number 4, the rose quartz, you guys know that the Wildwood deck is my OG, my favorite deck. Let's prepare to get some word out of here. The Wildwood deck never disappoints. What does it want to tell you today? Okay, so I'm kind of getting this message, like you're at this place in your life that isn't like super dramatic. There's not like a bunch of crap going down. It's not like a tower moment or anything. But it's also not necessarily very fun or interesting or exciting. You're kind of on a plateau. Now, this doesn't mean that you're not moving forward, because I see a lot of you guys are really dedicated right now to school or career or spiritual growth or just living life for you the best way you can. There's been a lot of growth here inside. You know, this is kind of talking about the past, like there was a darker influence over you in the past, maybe just feeling normal stuff, like just kind of doubt or a little hopeless about the future, maybe insecure. There was some energies like that were around you in the past that were almost crippling, but it seems like you've conquered that. You've learned how to have boundaries with yourself, like any thoughts and feelings that are coming up that are telling you that you're less than or you suck or whatever. You're at this point where you're like, you know what? I'm not going to listen to that anymore. I'm just going to do me. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to just live life for myself. I'm not going to worry about other people and their opinions. Some of you guys left behind some dark influences, some more intense influences in the past that had to do with just like your own self-talk, your inner critic, or maybe what was going on around you. So that was a while ago. But right now you're just dedicated. You're really focused on career. This is about career expansion, moving forward. A lot of maturity has happened around you. Like you've become really mature the past couple years. You've really grown up. And you're kind of bored, you know? I feel like that's just a message that's coming up. It's just like you're kind of bored right now. And so honestly, if you did nothing and you just kept on your path, you'd be fine. Things are working out really well. You got a bright future. You're going to get these things accomplished. But I'm seeing a need for fun, a need for excitement, a need for adventure. Sometimes we got to remind ourselves how fun and exciting and being a human can be, the gift of being here on this earth. So there's a message for you to spend the next couple months, maybe investing into a new hobby, or making a new friend, or visiting a new place, getting out of your house more. Like if you're studying or something, maybe find a new coffee shop that can be like your main hang, invite some friends, make it fun, form a study group. If you're just working and you're trying to budget, there's still ways that you can have fun that don't cost a lot of money. You could have picnics, or you could have people over for a potluck, or you could go out hiking or something like that. So there's definitely messages here for you too, that you aren't limited. You can have fun where you're at, enjoy where you're at. You're very dedicated, you have a specific goal in mind, but don't forget life is what happens all the moments in between to reaching those mountaintop times in your life, to reaching your goals. Life is what happens in between. So here's the horse talking about your desire for freedom. You are free. You are free. It's like you need to prove that to yourself. So exercise your freedom. Try to make little bits of different choices every day. Sometimes just mixing up what you eat for breakfast reminds you that you have a choice and that you're free. Maybe reading a new book to bring in some new information, some new knowledge into your mind is going to help make things more exciting for you. Give yourself something to look forward to. Don't get sucked into that habit of just watching Netflix, waking up, punching the clock, same thing every day, fast food, blah. It's like almost like a conveyor belt lifestyle. We're just being fed random crap from society, what we're supposed to do every day. Do something fun, practice singing every day. Do something kind of wild. Go volunteer at the animal shelter or something and play with all the puppies. Ask a friend if they want to come to the waterfall with you. Do something fun, do something silly, do something exciting. I encourage you and I challenge you to do one random, exciting, fun, spontaneous thing a day. It could be something little, it could be something big, but anything just to kind of shake up your energy and remind you that you're alive, you're here, you're now, and it's all about the now. So beautiful. I hope that message resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I will see you next time. Peace out. Okay, so for those of you guys who choose number 6, the Angel deck, you guys know this is one of my favorite decks, so I'm so excited to see what's going to come out for you. Anything can happen. Let's pull the cards now and see what this deck wants to bring to your attention. Okay, we're getting messages, a couple different messages. All of these messages might resonate with you, maybe one or two do. We're going to start with this one. I feel like there's some people here that are feeling a little bit alone right now in love and really wanting to find a soulmate or like a life partner or someone to just spend that time with and have that beautiful romantic love experience with. And the one thing that's holding you back is just self-love and self-acceptance. Now, you don't have to perfectly love yourself or perfectly accept yourself in order to attract love in your life or to attract a soulmate. The point is, you already are worthy. Sometimes it's just recognizing that and feeling into that energy that can be a little bit more vibrationally attractive to love. So this says embrace your weirdness. You have a chance now as you kind of start over at dating and go back into it to be able to ask yourself, like, how do I want to present myself? How do I want to be? And allow yourself to just take off the mask. You can still have boundaries and still guard your heart while embracing your weird self and being willing to let people see you and see how you are. So this is saying embrace weirdness. I also feel like there's some people out there who are getting ready to start some type of business or do something online. You know, it's all about social media these days. And it's like you want to be more authentic and show a different side of yourself, or maybe you want to post like your poetry or your writing or your photography, but you're worried like about being so intimate and experience and showing such a deep side of yourself. But this says embrace your weirdness. This is the reason that people will like you and people will gravitate towards you. And the people who don't, when you put your true self out there, it gives the best chance for you to push anybody out of your life who's not meant to be. When I started doing, just an example, when I started doing tarot, I was really worried, okay, like, are some of my friends gonna think I'm weird or I've lost my mind or something? Because there's a lot of stigma regarding the tarot and reading cards and like spiritual gifts and stuff like that. I just thought, oh no, some people are gonna think like I'm way into this and I'm like crazy or something. But I realized, like, as I started doing this and putting myself out there more and creating a business around it, that my true friends totally accepted this side of me, and I didn't change the way they thought about me or the way they saw me at all. They were just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Promise is always kind of doing random things and she's doing tarot now. Cool. Like, those are your true friends, you know? If you're putting out your music or your writing or your whatever this is you want to put out in the world, and people are going to judge you or think it's weird or avoid you because of it, then let those people go. You know what I mean? Embrace your weirdness, be how you are. Great love advice, great advice for life, honestly. Just be who you are. And I hope that that message resonates. Now, there's a couple people here who are getting a message to go back to school or to learn something new. It's like you're stuck on your path. You want to move forward. I feel like this has to do with career or your lifestyle, but you're realizing I have to get education for this. And so you're kind of stalling, worried about it. If that's you and you're feeling called to traditional education, then look into the schools, start applying, look at the financial aid stuff, like really start thinking about this, because I feel like this is coming on your mind for a reason. It's a huge commitment, but I feel like you can do it, and you've already seen so many signs and signals about this. So spend some time thinking about it, but it won't hurt to do some more research and just start entertaining this idea more. Ask yourself if it's in alignment. There's a couple more of you guys here, I feel like, who are receiving this message to do some education, but you know that some type of traditional school is not going to work for you. I urge you then, and I've been giving this advice a lot lately, to look up courses on places like Skillshare or Udemy so that you can take classes for the specific skills that you need. For instance, if you want to learn a specific type of painting technique, then you can watch videos on that and teach yourself, you know, and sometimes you can even hire like a tutor online or like a mentor or something to help you. Sometimes you don't always have to go to school for the skill that you need. You can learn the skill on your own and develop your own portfolio for it. So some of you guys feel blocked, but the information you need is out there. This is the information era. And final message here is there's some decisions to be made when it comes to your dreams. There's a decision to be made when it comes to your dreams. And I feel like you've already received a lot of healing and a lot of purification and a lot of alignment. And like, this is saying it's time to move forward now. These entanglements, remember we were talking about some of these people that might be holding you back, the opinions of others, society, whatever, they will fall away the more that you busy yourself in your dreams. Because when you're focused on your dreams, you don't have time to worry about what people will think. You're just having a good time. You're in it. You're hustling. So yeah, I hope that message resonated with you. Wow, you guys, can you tell that the energy has changed? The energy has seriously changed as we're heading towards the new year now. I'm very excited to bring these messages to you, and I cannot wait to see what you guys think. So let me know in the comments below. And I want to thank you once again for coming to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.